Hello friends, James Stevenson here with a video about Tesla sneaking up on the competition. Let me click here and show you this meme right away. So, I'll get to introducing my co-host Loki in a minute, but here's a meme I made this morning showing Henry Cavill, famously Superman from the Superman movies, representing the legacy automakers, polished, presenting a very, respectable cut of suit. And Jason Momoa, who plays Aquaman in some of those films, the DC Universe superhero films, sneaking up behind him because they got along so famously on the set. They're such buddies, and Momoa sneaking right up on him. I don't know what happened next, but I bet it was funny. This meme occurred to me when I was making a chart. I'm going to show you that chart and the whole thread of charts that I included chasing this meme in this video. Let me check in with Loki real quick and show you that he is still napping this morning. I will try and keep my voice down so he can catch some shut-eye before he gets around to eating his breakfast. I'll run back to my desktop and show you that I captioned that meme with simply a ninja emoji and hashtag Tesla. Amusing myself with this meme. Alright, I've probably gotten enough mileage out of that. The next tweet in my thread says, "This is the same meme, just in the form of a chart. It's what I was making when the idea above occurred to me." So I'm giving you some behind the scenes here. When you read about legacy automakers' sales growing this year versus 2022, there's important context missing, and that important context is that in 2021, sales were a lot better than they were in 2022. 2022 was a bad year. I'm talking about U.S. auto sales. So let me click the Show More button here. Tesla is up 114% from 2021 year-to-date Q3 to 2023 year-to-date Q3, which is the most recently available information, which is why I'm using that in these videos. Just got released by Automotive News this week. The legacy automakers, excluding Tesla, are down a combined 4% from 2021 year-to-date Q3 to 2023 year-to-date Q3. They have not yet recovered collectively to sell as many cars in the U.S. as they did in 2021. If you lump Tesla in with them, they do a little better. They're only down 1% if you leave Tesla in the set. But if you throw Tesla out, they're down 4%, or nearly 500,000 vehicles worth of loss. Let me make this chart bigger for you. Yeah, that fits the screen pretty well. So here's 2021. This is the stacked bar chart. I decided to offset these a little bit just to make it even easier to differentiate them at a glance and not need to focus and concentrate really hard on seeing where one ends and the next begins. And I've got the legend right next to them. This is a best practice for making charts, is try and get the legend as close to the stuff that it's labeling as you can to make it easier for people to just cut right across and see, okay, this one in red, that's Tesla. Check out how thin a slice Tesla was back in 2021 and how thick a slice they are in 2023. If you're saying this one looks more than twice as thick as this one, you're right, because it's up 114%. And none of these other automakers are up more than 11%. You can see General Motors here. They were up the second most from 2021 to 2023, up 11%. But this is the way you want to look at things if you want to know what the relative magnitude is at a glance for all of these automakers. And you want to look at it over more than just a prior year comparison. So in the news article that Automotive News did, they only compared against the prior year. And if that's all you do, you'll come away with the mistaken impression that 2023 is a great year, with all these automakers up double digits. That's how they reported it, and they didn't include the context that 2021 sales were about the same. Let me close out of this. So really in 2023, they've only recovered back to where they were 2 years ago. The next tweet in my thread is the chart I posted last night. I made a separate video about this chart, so go check out that video from yesterday. I think I want to publish that one and then this one the following day. So go check that one out if you want more context on that automotive news article and the chart I just showed you briefly. But if you want to go back 8 years, this is fresh material here, to 2015, I only just published this chart this morning, U.S. auto sales have declined by almost 2 million units from 2015 to 2023, or more than 2.5 million units if you throw Tesla's increase out. So I'll skip straight to the punchline over here and tell you Tesla sold about 20,000 vehicles in 2015. That was the year Model X came out. And so Model S and X combined were about 20,000 units worth of sales. 2023, year-to-date Q3, Tesla up a lot. Yeah. 2023 annualized. So it's annualized based on year-to-date Q3. So this was a full year, and this is an annualized year. So what you do is you take the year-to-date Q3 total, divide it by 3, multiply it by 4, and that grosses it up to a full year projection, assuming that Q4 is going to be the average of Q1, Q2, and Q3. That's a conservative assumption because Q4 is typically a really good quarter, not just for Tesla, but for the whole industry. So Tesla will probably beat this number with more sales in Q4 than they had in Q1, 2, or 3. And this may be a 650,000 unit increase for 2023 full year versus 2015 full year. That's what this chart is showing you. What else is on here besides Tesla? Well, GM is down, Ford is down, Toyota's down, Stellantis is down a lot. Like, look how much they're down. Nissan is down a lot. These were worse last year, by the way, because 2022 was such a bad year. That was down more like 4 million units from 2015 to 2022. 2023 has recovered back to the same level that they were at in 2021 is all they've really done. Hyundai Kia is up. So they have grown here by, a pretty decent chunk. Subaru up slightly, VW down slightly from where they were 8 years ago. BMW down a little, Mazda up just slightly, Mitsubishi flat, Volvo up a little from a small base. And here you go. So if you had to rate or rank Tesla among these automakers, how tall is this red bar versus all the others? It's about the middle of the pack. Like, Tesla next year may pass Nissan for U.S. sales. But they're already beating Subaru, VW, BMW, Mazda, Mitsubishi, and Volvo in the U.S. What else do I have in here? For those nerds who prefer tables of numbers to charts, I've got the 2021 through 2023 table here. So I'll show you that briefly. That's what that looks like. I wish this arrow and these buttons didn't pop up over the graphics, because that's annoying. And here's the table for, I guess it cut off in the middle of a word, 2015, 2023, 2022. So you can see U.S. auto sales were about 17 million back in 2015 in total, and that number has declined. So in 2022, it was only 13.2. In 2023, it's only 15 million, the annualized rate based on year-to-date Q3. Because obviously 2023 isn't over yet, so I don't have a full year actual that I can give you. If I had one, I would give you that instead. So yeah, check it out. Last year, the U.S. auto market was down 3.7 million. If you throw out Tesla's gain, so Tesla was up 434,000 over that 7-year period a year ago. If you throw them out, the rest of the legacy automakers were down 4.2 million vehicles in 2022 versus 2015. This year they're doing a little better, only down a combined 2.6 million almost, after throwing out Tesla's 641,000 unit increase that I'm projecting for full year 2023 versus 2015. And that's the end of the thread, and that's my video. Very funny how this decided to drop itself between the Atchu and the owls. That's funny. Alright, and that's where I'm going to cut off this video. So we'll check back in with Loki and see that he is still snoozing in bed. And I will outro and say, if you've enjoyed today's video, don't forget to click the like button. It's always free to click the like button. It doesn't cost you anything, whether you're watching me on Patreon or on X or on YouTube. And thank you to everyone who supports my efforts. If you feel like these videos are worth something to you, I would appreciate your contributions. Again, through Patreon or on X, or by joining my YouTube channel, as my executive producers Kathy Kitcheler and Rebellionaire.com did. Thank you very much. And I'll see you in the next one.